In this Ascend Magic video, I am going to show you how to spend money out of your envelopes. In the real world, you're going to spend money on your business probably a little bit every day. And it's going to be a real part of your money management to know where your money is and where it's going. So naturally, we can't just talk about deposit, deposit, deposit. We have to talk about spend as well. Money in and money out. So in this video, we're going to focus on spending money so that you can see how Ascend handles your budget and your checkbook and your tax reports all at the same time with one click. So here we are in the check register view. And we're just going to zip up here right now to the spend button. By clicking the spend button, I will be in the spend screen where I can tell Ascend that I spent money. So the first transaction we're going to do is we're going to pay our assistant. Let's say that I just pulled out my checkbook and I wrote her a check in the amount of $100. And we'll just say, my fabulous assistant. Now, by saying that, of course, that information is going to be recorded to my checkbook. But the most important part about Ascend, and the reason you use Ascend, is because it is the financial advisor for your business. So in the envelopes or within your spending plan, you can see that so far this month we have pre-spent $200 of our total $4,516. We've budgeted $200 of it for our assistant. So when I'm entering my expenses, I get to tell Ascend that I want that $100 to come out of my assistant envelope or budget item. And then here you can see that there is an expense or tax category affiliated with that envelope. And the reason that we will mark that is because we want this transaction recorded and organized for us in advance so that when we get our taxes done next year, we'll just simply go up here to the report center and print off all of our profit and loss and expense category reports so we don't have to stress about getting our taxes done at tax time next year. So when we save this transaction, you're going to see that Ascend does three things. First of all, the $100 got debited out of the checking account and we have a new checkbook balance. Yay, no calculators, no math. Also, you can see over here in the assistant envelope where we used to have $200, we now have $100 left to spend. So your envelopes are always showing you not just what you did pre-spend of your total checking account balance, but how much you have left to spend. It truly does help you see the money in and the money out of your business while very much protecting your profits and coveting your profit so you can turn a profit in your business and be very successful financially. Let's do a few more examples. So we're going to go back to the spend button and we're going to say that we spent $25 and that we used our debit card and that we were at Kinko's, for instance. So when we were at Kinko's, we were actually doing the printing for our newsletter. So I'm going to naturally select the newsletter budget or envelope, and then I'm going to actually use an expense category to delineate what kind of newsletter expense this was. And this is where you get to decide as the business owner if you want really detailed expense categories or very simple. So if you are feeling kind of in touch with your inner C at the moment, then you can actually say here, well, this is newsletter printing. So you can see I had options. I could do newsletter printing, newsletter mailing, or just newsletter. So because I want that specific itemization, I'm going to mark it that way so that when I look at my tax reports, it's clear to me how much I spent on newsletter printing. Let's go ahead and save this transaction, and of course we'll see that the checkbook got balanced in addition to the fact that our budget got balanced, and of course those transactions are sitting over here in the report center. Now let's enter one last example. Let's just say that we're going out of town to visit an out-of-town unit member to do some training with her and equip her. So I'm going to spend $50 using a debit card at Conoco to get to buy gas for my car. Now that is of course going to be a direct business expense and deductible, so I want to pay for that out of my business account. So naturally I'm going to need to pick a budget item to pull that out of. So in my example, I'm going to pick the director travel envelope, and then you can see here that just like I did on the newsletter expense, I have the option of saying this is travel for company events, travel for other reasons for business, or travel to train unit members. So I'm going to select that one, and when I press save, the magic happens again. Now, of course, we know that you are going to have lots of different examples on how you spend your money, but you can see that Ascend does this very easily. Keep in mind the purpose of Ascend, it is your windshield financially for your business. You cannot drive a car looking only through the rearview mirror. If you do that, you will crash. So let the envelopes be your advisor and be among the thousands and thousands of people who've gone from I don't know where my money is going to I am now profitable because you're using Ascend to manage the finances of your business. There is no other software on the market that will help you actually put this financial windshield in place for your business. We hope you use it. We hope you love it. And if you need to learn and see more about spending and earning money and depositing it into Ascend, don't hesitate to watch our other Ascend Magic videos here in the Training Center.